Hey, it's me, AP, the king of the webisodes. WrestleMania 34 was last night. I watched it all. I had plenty of coffee. I was pretty wired. I was very much enjoying that pay-per-view. So, I just want to give my verdict on some of those fantastic moments during that pay-per-view right now. So, first of all, let's get going with the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, won by Woken Matt Hardy. Wonderful! That was a great finish, having Bray Wyatt come back, and that was brilliant. Do you know what? Beforehand, I was expecting, if anyone, it would be maybe Jeff Hardy as Brother Nero coming back into the fray and sort of like starting that Woken Hardy storyline. That wasn't the case, but it looks as though they are now going with the scenario of, well, Bray and Matt teaming, and I think that is great. It looked more of a fun, happy version of Bray Wyatt, and I can't wait to see what goes on with them now. I think it's going to be comedy gold, to be honest. I think they're going to do, hopefully, more of the sort of ultimate deletion sort of stuff now, more videos like that, and it's going to be cool. What I like as well is because, look, Matt Hardy is family guy. He obviously doesn't want to be spending tons of time on the road. Best thing about the fact with the footage that they shoot, like the Hardy compound, is they can just film loads of it in maybe like a couple of days, film loads of shots, loads of little clips, and they can just play them throughout episodes of Raw, and then, you know, have maybe a match every couple of weeks maybe, and that way you keep a good, fit, creative Matt Hardy, and you're keeping a lot of intrigue with them characters. A lot of people are going to be following them characters, and I think it's going to be really cool. And you know what? If they do bring in Jeff Hardy into the fray as well, I think that'll be even better. It would be great to see a little storyline. Maybe Bray versus Jeff in the future. Maybe Jeff won't come back as Brother Nero. Maybe he will just come back as Jeff Hardy. I know he was teased in the Ultimate Deletion as Brother Nero, but maybe that won't be the case, and maybe he will come back as Jeff Hardy and have some sort of feud about loyalty with Matt, or a feud with Bray, saying he doesn't trust Bray, something like that. I think that would be really a good storyline. So it's going to be exciting to watch how that develops over the next couple of weeks, and I'm glad he's not come back as some like crappy character like Husky Harris or like a IRS sort of rebooted, something like that. I'm glad it was Bray, because I've always enjoyed Bray. I know people have said he's a bit, sometimes he just goes a bit off. I think the character over the past year has just dimmed down. They've obviously not focused on his character and not give it a lot of love, but come on, that character is, I've really enjoyed that character since it started, since its beginning, and I think he's great on the mic, he's great in the ring. So you know what, it's going to be really good to see him getting a run with Matt Hardy, and hopefully in the tag team division. Maybe they'll get moved to SmackDown, where they'll be able to do a bit more of that on that show. So it'll be really good, and really excited by that. So let's look at so we had that one. We had the Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali. That was a fun match. Don't want to really go into details on every single match, but that was a good Cruiserweight Classic. I like what they're doing with 205 Live now. I think it's exciting, the sort of just going more for the wrestling aspect. It's a lot better than what it was 6 months ago. It's really is more enjoyable now to watch as a wrestling fan. Does remind me more like NXT when you're watching now. So I like that aspect. It's definitely going in the right direction. I think that once Enzo left under the circumstances, it was a good point to say, you know what, let's try and reboot what we're doing here. And they are obviously trying to do that now, and they're doing it to good success so far. So that is good to see. The next match was the women's battle royal. That was just what was going on with that trophy. It was just, you know, the men's one looked so cool. It looked great, and then you had that women's one, and it just looked, seriously, just like, make them a trophy that is worthy of the women's division. You know, that was just a really crap trophy. I imagine, obviously, they had a Fabulous Moolah trophy planned, and I imagine that's just they just said, "Oh, we can't do that trophy now. Let's just make a gold trophy. Just make it any type of trophy." It just looked so bland. It should have been something a bit more exciting. I'm sure they could have spent a bit more time, but there it goes. That was. I didn't think it was that good, to be honest in that match. I didn't really enjoy it. The ending was a bit dull. Obviously, it's continuing the feud with Sasha Banks and Bayley. I don't mind that, but I just thought it was just a bit of a flat match, really. It was just like, I don't know. I didn't like I didn't know half the wrestlers in it. Like the half the superstars, like the NXT ones. There was a lot of them I just didn't really know. I knew like Peyton Royce and Kairi Sane and stuff like that, and a few of them from the women's tournament. But I thought the one with the hair was really good. She was cool. I like that gimmick. She should definitely be moving up to the main roster. I just think she's got that whole. She can use that as a weapon. That's a really good. She could make some really good storylines and some really good matches with that. So it'd be good to see her. I don't know her name, but when she goes up to the main roster, whoever her name is, give me a name. Someone give me her name. That'll be good to see. So it was okay. It wasn't that great. Next match was the triple threat match of Seth Rollins, The Miz, and Finn Balor. And I thought this match was very good. I didn't expect Seth to win the match, to be honest. I thought it was going to be Finn who would win the match. I thought the Miztourage was going to end up coming out eventually, but they didn't. So that was surprising as well. The overall aspect with this whole pay-per-view, I thought it was very surprising. I thought the bookers of this pay-per-view just, really just shocked everyone with a lot of decisions that people did not expect. Like I said, I thought Finn would potentially win the title, and then I thought it would be an aspect where Seth would then, he'd lose that match, but then go on to maybe going for the Universal title after WrestleMania. So with him winning the Intercontinental Championship, it was quite a surprise, but a good surprise. The entrance from Seth I thought was great with the Game of Thrones eyes and stuff, and I thought to myself, is he going to carry on with the eyes all through the match? He looks like Brother Nero, but he took him out. He must have. We didn't see him off camera, just taking the lenses out. He must have had some sort of fluid down there where he was taking them out and putting them in there. But yeah, cracking match, really cracking match that was. So the next match, Charlotte Flair versus Asuka. Wow, that was right. This is what I'm saying. Shocking decisions by management, where they really turned it on the head for fans. I am not the only one. Everyone expected. It was like the right. Women's first Royal Rumble. Who's going to win beforehand? Asuka. Everyone, yeah, Asuka. She's got the streak. She's definitely winning. Every match she wins, the streak continues. The way this streak has been bigged up, I could foresee this, and I think a lot of people could imagine this going on till WrestleMania 35, and there'd be potentially a match maybe with her and someone like Ronda Rousey. No one seen that coming for her to tap out and lose that match. It was just so surprising. Or if any, I can't believe it. It was really a bizarre decision. But you know what? I thought, out of respect for Charlotte Flair, who is, you've got to respect the fact Charlotte Flair is such a good competitor, and I think she will eventually surpass her father, Ric Flair, just because she's just so great. And the fact she's going to do tons for the women's division and women's wrestling as a whole, she's really just got that really competitive nature to it, and I really like that aspect of her. She's just got the wow factor. She looks like a superstar. She makes me want to watch wrestling. She makes it entertaining to me. She's great in the ring, and even though it was really surprising and they could have done a lot more with that streak, I think Charlotte Flair did deserve to, you can't be playing her, just having her second fiddle to Asuka for a whole year, because if she wins the women's title, Asuka, she goes to SmackDown. Charlotte Flair, she could have went to Raw, but you know what? why would you want to do that? You have Asuka and Charlotte Flair. By giving her the win over Asuka, she now, they're both. Asuka's not this immortal figure anymore. She's not this unreachable target. And I feel like now the level pegged, the sort of level. I don't think Charlotte Flair, just because she got the win over Asuka, is better than Asuka now. I think they are on a level playing field now. And I think that's going to probably make this storyline more entertaining and less predictable. And that's probably what the management have done when making that result for Charlotte to win. And I think that is, in the end, it really is quite a decent decision. So kudos to the people who made that match and made that result. So let's see. Next match, the US Championship. I can't get my words out here. It's all that coffee and all the tiredness. I need more sleep. The US title match. So it was Jinder Mahal, Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, and Rusev. And again, surprising result. I didn't see Jinder winning it, if anyone, because there was a bit of rumours before WrestleMania. The reason why Rusev was put into the match because he wanted to leave. He made it give management an ultimatum, and I thought if anyone would be either Bobby Roode or Rusev. I really thought Rusev was going to win the title. Surprised that Jinder's won it, but he's a really good heel. He is a fantastic heel, and maybe we're going to get a feud with Rusev. They've got Jinder's got that guy, the Singh guy, who comes out and does pretty much the Aid in English act beforehand, and I feel like they're just making them. You've got your Rusev there, and then you've got your evil version of Rusev with Jinder Mahal, and I think that is what they're going to go with there, and I think it might be a good feud. It might be a good feud. Look, Jinder Mahal is a beast. Look at he's whether he does take steroids, I don't know. If he does, he's pretty beefy. This guy, he's a monster in the ring. That guy has improved so much, and you got to give him a lot of credit for what he's done with his career. And people in WWE have seen something in Jinder Mahal, and I think he has proved a lot of people wrong and shown that he has got a lot of potential there, and he deserves another championship run. And I think it could be more beneficial in the long run to the likes of Rusev getting the win over him, and could have a good entertaining storyline with the likes of Aiden English and Singh and stuff moving forward. So that should be quite good. So it was quite a decent. Well, it was an okay match, but I think again it's just furthering more storylines, which will be more cool in the future. So next match we had was Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. Wow, that was surprising. Everyone, I didn't have a lot of love for Ronda. I don't watch UFC. I don't get this like wow factor when Ronda comes in. When she come into the Royal Rumble, I wasn't like, oh, okay. She doesn't really, the name Ronda Rousey doesn't mean much to me. And but she really, showed a lot of people that she has got superstar and that pulling ability to pull in fans at WrestleMania. Look, she didn't do tons of stuff in the ring. Let's be honest. She didn't do tons. People say on the internet, wow, she's like, she was phenomenal in the ring. She was okay in the ring, but I think just she told a good story with her and Stephanie McMahon and with Triple H. That was when she was laying into Triple H. I thought it was boss them moments. But she really looked like she has that superstar quality. And, she has been working backside off Ronda. You can tell she looks great. She looks like, I thought the outfit was great. I enjoyed the entrance more this time than I have. I'm not really that fussed on that song, but it's sort of growing on me a bit more. But she does have that superstar quality, and I think, 12 months' time, I think we're going to see even much more credible version of Ronda Rousey in a wrestling ring, in a WWE ring. And I think she will have that. She'll just grow more and more, and it'd be interesting because they've been building it up as the first match to see how that character and where it goes over this next year. You know, the big mainstream debut idea is all gone now. It's going into just like, you know, your week on week WWE shows. Where does this go now? What does she become now? How does she improve, and what direction does she go in? Because is she going to be coming in? Is she going to be doing 10, 15-minute matches with the women and making it look believable? Is she going to be a powerhouse? It's going to be fun to watch what happens with her now, and I am more interested in Ronda after watching that match. She's played it really well. They were all really good in that match. So that was definitely like a 4 or 5 star match. I'm not giving reviews, I'm not giving stars. Okay, so now we go to the triple threat match for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. The Bludgeon Brothers versus New Day versus the Usos. Good match. The entrances of the New Day was really funny. I love that one, especially when the little people did the the worms. That was really funny. Can I say little people? I hope I've not offended anyone. It's sorry. But yeah, that was a fun entrance. The match was okay. It wasn't anything like super duper special, but it was the entrances made it, as always, with the pancakes, throwing the pancakes into the crowd and stuff like that. That was really cool. So good match. This then leading on to I forgot to mention, because John Cena, it was after the Charlotte. I'm sorry, I'm looking at the screen. It was after the Charlotte Flair and Asuka match. John Cena then gets told, you know, he might be coming. He might be coming, the Undertaker or something. He gets whispered something. He jumps out his chair, runs to the back, and obviously later on, this is when John comes out. Lights go dark. Elias comes in. And I'm glad Elias got his moment. You know, he's rumoured before maybe they might do something with The Rock. And I like this. I like this, what they did there. He come out, got his moment. You know, really just crapped on the fans, which was really the really fun part of his act. Did a bit of a House of the Rising Sun and had a bit of a so-and-so, a little battle with John Cena. John's like flat, like, yo, nothing's gonna happen here. Nothing's gonna happen. I'm walking out. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna put my pajamas on and go and have some hot chocolate. And John's just walking up the ramp, really flat. And then the lights go down again. And the massive dong. Oh, that sounds like a doorbell. Dong. And he comes out, and oh man, that was ace, with the hat and the cloak coming, then shown in the ring as they were left last year at WrestleMania. And then the thunder strikes, smoke, and then it's gone. And then starts going again, the dongs, and then he comes. He arrives. The music hits, and out from where he came rises the Undertaker. The dead man rises, and total squash match. You know, must have been like, what, 2-3 minutes? But I thought he looked, last year at WrestleMania, the Undertaker looked in really bad shape. He had a massive gut on him, and same with the Royal Rumble. He had a big gut on him. He just didn't look in shape at all. He looked a lot more in trim than last year. Don't get me wrong. He wasn't in the shape, and I don't think he'll ever get to that shape he was a couple of years back when he was like against Shawn Michaels, and like if you look at that WrestleMania when he went against Shawn Michaels, he was in great condition. And that run at the time, he was really great shape. I don't think he'll get back to that shape, and I don't think he's going to ever do full-time schedules again. I think it is, if maybe probably do next year, WrestleMania again, more than likely, if he's fit. But if we can get 3 minutes of The Undertaker in that squash match style, just for the entrance alone, I'll take it every time. It was a great match, and I didn't know whether it would be the American Badass beforehand, whether it would be that character coming in. I didn't mind that character. I thought if he comes out on the bike to rolling, or Dead Man Inc. or something like that, I wouldn't mind that. But come on, the Dead Man entrance when he returned at WrestleMania 20 against Kane, forever for me that is like the best entrance ever that he has done, and every time he comes on, to be fair, the entrance, it just brings an pure magic to my eyes. So it was really good to watch him again, and I thought it worked out really well. Kudos to John Cena as well for, getting absolutely squashed like that by the Undertaker. And it was fun to watch. Maybe he'll be at this Greatest Royal Rumble next month, or this month, the end of the month. Maybe the Undertaker will be in that match as well, in the Greatest Royal Rumble. I don't know if he's been announced yet, but it'll be good to see him, and I hope we do get an even better Undertaker. I hope he gets more fitter. He's obviously, that hip surgery he's had has worked out well for him, so great match. Next up, Daniel Bryan, Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Cracking match. I didn't like the first bit where Daniel Bryan was out for it. I thought they were just playing it like really safe with him there. I thought maybe this comeback isn't a real comeback at all. Maybe it's just a big PR stunt and he's just going to be doing nothing. But then, lo and behold, he comes in the ring, a few minutes into the match then, and just, he's flying around the ring. It was great. I really enjoyed that match. So it was a really good match, and I'm looking forward to seeing him obviously as a full-time wrestler again now. It should be good. Nia Jax versus Alexa Bliss. A great story was told during the match. I thought it was really a warm story. I liked the storyline. I thought it was really real. Obviously, the bullying aspect is very true in life, and I thought it worked very well. And it was nice to see Nia Jax get the win. That was a very good match. AJ Styles, Shinsuke Nakamura. I wouldn't say it was. It was a good match. It wasn't like a match of history. I didn't think it was like the super 5-star match, but it was great. The ending was phenomenal. I like the way Shinsuke was, he loses and he goes down to present the title to AJ, and then low blow, heel turn for Shinsuke. I cannot wait to see this, this evil superstar, this evil foreign superstar version of Shinsuke Nakamura, what they're obviously going to go for now. It's going to be fun. He's not the artist anymore. He's the kick-ass, the kick-assist. That was crap. That was a crap joke. Crap jokes are my speciality. So now we are on to the Raw Tag Team Championship match with Sheamus and Cesaro the Bar versus Braun and a surprise opponent. So Braun comes out. There's a little speech, a little talk to the crowd, and it says he's going to pick someone out of the crowd to be his tag team partner. I didn't expect that. I thought, if anyone, Big Cass, or I didn't think Rey Mysterio. I didn't think it would be him. I thought I couldn't see it being Rey Mysterio. I thought Big Cass or Big Show. I thought it was going to be one of those two, because Show just signed a new contract, and Big Cass was potentially. I know Dean Ambrose was rumored as well. I couldn't see it Dean Ambrose either. Didn't think it was going to be him. But yeah, I thought Big Cass or Big Show, one of those two. I was surprised. I don't think anyone would have expected that he was going to pick someone out of the crowd. Goes around the crowd, pointing at different people, and then he picks out this kid. And I didn't even know it was a girl or a boy at first, to be honest with you. It was just, I was like, is that a girl? Is it a boy? I don't know. And gets this little boy into the ring, little boy named Nicholas, who is forever going to remember that moment, because it's going to change that kid's life, because now he is the youngest tag team champion, the youngest championship holder in WWE history, Nicholas is, and he just, he got this kid onto the apron, said, "You stay there, I'll do all the work," and it was funny. It was funny. Halfway through the match, Braun tags in the kid, and Cesaro's in, and the kid just slowly walks towards Cesaro, and then obviously just has no idea, like, what do I actually do here? Do I go and strike him, or do I just, like, what's going on? Braun then tagged him back out and comes back in. Man, it was a fun match. I don't know what they're going to do with this storyline. If this kid's going to stay around, I doubt he is. I imagine it's going to be something where Braun then says, he gets sold. You can't have Nicholas as a tag team partner. He's too young or something like that. They're going to do some sort of storyline because there's no way this kid's going to go around every Raw show, is he, with the titles. So there's going to be some sort of, I think they will bring in a real partner at some point, or maybe it will be a case where Braun just defends the titles every time with a different kid out of the crowd. Maybe he swaps the kid every week or something like that. Or maybe maybe they just get a different kid every time. But obviously with this kid, because he can't go to every show, because obviously a child can't be going to every WWE show. He has school. He's probably like 10 years old. Maybe they put like a luchador mask on the child, on the kid. Maybe they get him Raw home, the Raw show after WrestleMania. The actual Nicholas, this kid comes on, and then Braun presents him with this mask, and then every time, then the kid can show up at the shows, but it's just a different kid every time with the luchador mask, and Nicholas is then a trademarked item of WWE. So that maybe that will work. So it was good. I liked it, and I'm looking forward to seeing. Braun is just becoming more and more of a hero every day. I like him. It's they're doing Hulkamania with Braun. They've seen he's got the comedy chops. He's got the lovable chops. He's got everything that Roman Reigns hasn't got, and that's why I think he'll do a lot more. And I think he'll be. He's over the past year, he has become a massive hit, and him with Elias as well. He's same scenario. I think Elias is very similar, but I think Braun more so. He's shown that he's got a lot of abilities other than just being this big character, and I think they've done great with that. They created a new superstar, and he will be. Another year's time, I think he's just going to be even better, more likable, more worldwide. People know, everyone is going to know that name, Braun Strowman, in a year's time, even more so. He's a great character. So this goes on to the final. Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. Same thing with Asuka, Charlotte Flair. You go into this match, you think, it's a gimme. It's a gimme because Roman's going to win it. It's been planned for months since last year's WrestleMania. Roman's going to win. He's going to win title. Brock's rumoured to be going to UFC. Paul Heyman's rumoured to potentially be leaving as well. He's definitely going to lose the title, and Roman's going to win. And I think the crowd all thought that, and the crowd was totally bored with this match. Throughout the match, the crowd just weren't at all bothered. I don't know why it was a main event, really, because there could have been better matches. The Braun and Nicholas fight match should have been ahead of that. What surprised me, God, he actually opens it, cracks Roman Reigns open at the end of the match, and Roman takes a load of FIs. Roman's just bloody in the ring, face covered in blood, and lays him out again and pins him. And Brock Lesnar wins. Whoa, that is surprising. Very, very surprised by that one. And I think what is going to happen is I think Brock is going to be on Raw tonight. Well, tonight, tomorrow, wherever you're from. I think Brock is going to relinquish the title. I don't think he's gonna. I think to keep that idea that Brock is such a strong superstar that no one can beat, and to continue that and without him losing any edge. So if he does want to come back to WWE, I think he is going UFC because Dana White has said it, the UFC president. I think he will go. I think Raw tonight, I think he will relinquish the championship belt, the Universal title, and therefore, he's not been beaten by anyone. When he goes to UFC, he comes back. The storyline is, Paul Heyman's like, he's not been beaten. He never lost the title. He gave it up and he wants it back. And that'll be his comeback storyline when he comes back to WWE eventually, which he probably will come back. So I think he's going to relinquish that title. And then I think Roman will probably end up winning it again at some point down the line. But very surprising. And just overall, this pay-per-view, surprised me a lot. But I thought it was a WrestleMania that was very exciting because of those surprises. And it was one, I watch WrestleMania every year. I'm a big wrestling fan, big WWE fan. Totally surprised me, this pay-per-view. And it was very fun to watch. Bit too long at times. Maybe it could have been a bit shorter. Or for us UK fans, put it on so we can watch it at a more acceptable time. So we're not having to stay up to like 5:30 in the morning. But yeah, it was a great pay-per-view and I want to give it a thumbs up. Got my approval. So if you enjoyed this video today, please do give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more of this type of content. And also let me know your verdict. Let me know what you thought of WrestleMania. If you enjoyed it, what are your thoughts as well? My name is AP Stevens. Have a great day.